This is Ashtar of Ashtar Band. We are here to serve all of you.
Hello, Astar. Welcome in our space today.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you and to the whole universe.
Yes.
I was chatting with Erica just before we connect with you, and she said that you have a subject that you would like to share with us today.
Yes. So we do see two different collectives. One collective, including you and Erica, doesn't matter which degree, but this collective is knowing since 2022, you're going to have positive transformation and everything will go better and you're going to the positive timeline. So this timeline is very joyful. And however, she heard from other people. She didn't experience the people coming to her, but she heard from other people like her. It's getting this calls and inquiries about the end of the world. So the other timeline, people are worried, world is ending. So we thought this is a good idea to talk about this. So first of all, the idea of the world is ending. The good news is the world you used to have is ending. The old structure, old earth structure is ending, which is not the highest good for the all. And when you look at the natural evolution process of the consciousness, this structure was not naturally formed. So regardless of how it's formed or how it is, this structure, this type of vibrational, dimensional world is ending. So these people who are panicking, the world is ending, and they do hear from other people, maybe channelers or people who predict the future, they talk about that. And sometimes these people might be pushed on the social media because there's an agenda, so they can spread the energy of fear, so this world can continue to exist. It is very important for all of you to remember there is nothing outside and you are creating your own reality. So you do have to choose how you are emanating your vibration and how you pick and choose what kind of content you like to watch. Just because someone is popular, famous, well-known, or have a bunch of subscribers doesn't mean these people are credible in our point of view, because there's always agenda. Erica's friends, he only believes in emails and he doesn't really believe in even Zoom because he thinks they the control mechanism. And according to him, he thinks when someone is popular, because it will serve the dark agenda. We would say he does have a point. Unless your social media is completely fear for all and bring anybody up to the center of the stage, then there's no such notion. However, there's a certain people they would push to have more subscribers, or suddenly they get viral, they go viral. And there is a mechanism like that at the current state of structures. when all of you shift to 5D, you no longer feel required to have a social media or media by itself. We're talking about mid 5D. When you are shifting from upper 4D, that's where you are at, to lower 5D, even after you shift to 5D, there's a transition period you need to experience. So you may decide to change the structure of the government, or you may decide you don't need a government at all, or you may decide you need a small councils instead of government, or community form of the governmental structure with a people of 20 instead of hundreds, something like that. You may choose to change in the future, or financial systems or medical systems. But when you shift to 5D, everything always starts from your vibrational level. So your core vibrational level gets into 5D, you will shift to that timeline, but your world by itself is not going to change drastically. They all look the same as yesterday. And you do have to take an action to change, because none of us or none of the ascended masters or even you call God are not going to change for you, because it is your planet. So what can you do when you are experiencing the dark time, when you are experiencing fear of ending something? It is a completely natural response of the human being to fear of ending, because you do have mind, which is double-edged sword. So your mind are so used to how it is, and your mind is connected to ego. Your heart doesn't. So your physical body is structured that way. So when you are ending something or experiencing the ending of something, anything, including something which is harmful to you, you know it is not a good structure for you, or relationship for you, or place to work, or whatever that is. You suddenly started to feel fear because you don't know what is coming. And you feel like it is better to stick around something you are so used to having. So as a civilization, all of you are used to having this structure for a long time. So whether you like it or not, you are being comfortable of having this structure. And this is a part of the reason why a lot of people are experiencing this fear, because there's uncertainty. You don't know what is going to happen when there's an ending. And because of the belief you are disconnected from all that is the prime creator, except through the religion. You are not having absolute trust and unshakable confidence toward your spiritual team or your God or anybody you feel like you can rely on. So when something unpredictable is happening around the world, especially with the current circumstances, a lot of people are started to believing in there's something horrible will happen. And you do have to really think deeply. Even a prediction such as Nostradamus, why did it become popular? If this prediction is not serving for the particular group, they'll make sure you won't hear of it. So part of the reason the prediction or something is known for all of you, because it has a purpose to spreading fear. It has a purpose for you to creating the reality of the end of the world. And that goes same with the Bible. Some of you do believe in Bible from word to word, but you do have to remember there's always an agenda people wanted to put into anything, that is including Bible. So when you read the Bible, for example, you don't have to read from your heart. Instead of completely believing in what other people are saying, or completely believing in by word to word, what does it say overall? Then you can literally getting yourself away from the idea of the end of the world. Because if, let's say, the Bible is a book to let you release from this matrix, all of you would have done that thousands of years ago. Maybe by the time of Jesus, you could have done it with him because he knows how to. But you didn't, and time passed by. And so anything you will encounter, which seems to be very popular, it is very important to use your discernment why this is popular. Especially the world you live in right now is not structured equally for all. You do hear the report of the COVID. And no matter where you go, even you don't watch the news, you hear it. And you need to think about, why are you hearing this all the time? Why is this so popular? We want you to think of COVID news as something popular, not just disease. And then use that as an example. Why it's everywhere? Why everybody's talking about it? Why do I know about this? Even though you don't watch news, you try not to focus, you happen to get the information of it. And when you start noticing something like that, you can apply this concept, something popular is everywhere, and why it's there. Of course, you're creating this reality, but it is very important for you to think why it's there. Why am I hearing this versus something not known for all? So this concept of the end of the world is brewed from the Bible, brewed from the lot of prophecy from a lot of other tribes or prediction, and is seemingly believable for all because this is a majority of the opinion. And because of that, it seems credible according to your brain, and you started vibrating in fear. And because you are vibrating in fear, you are feeding off that particular timeline, feeding off that particular reality. If you don't feed off those reality, it will die off. But you are being part of it and feeding off that particular reality. And this goes to the same concept I talked about last time about the war consciousness. And when you are not vibrating anything outside of joy and harmony and gratitude and happiness and love, you will be feeding your present unwanted reality to continue to exist. If you choose to focus on your joyful feelings, we're not saying you have to bury your head in the sand and forget about the feeling those feelings. When feelings come to you, no matter what kind of feelings, make sure to relish it and make sure to feel through it. That's fine. But when you focus your attention to your joy, your gratitude, your passion, your highest excitement, it will take you to the positive timeline, even when you are experiencing the second doom and gloom experiences many of you might be feeling of. So you do have a choice, and you do have to understand you are the creator. And because you are the creator, you do need to be mindful what kind of vibration you are emitting out to, because when you're feeding with your belief, feeding with your fear, your world that you don't want to be in continue to exist. And there's always the choice you can make.
Amazing information and advice, Astar. Thank you so much for sharing all this with us.
Yes, this is Astar of Astar Command. We are here to serve all of you. Cool. So that was a cool message. I was listening to Bashar yesterday, and then Bashar kind of reminded me of, highest excitement for the highest excitement until you cannot for it anymore. It is the path to let you be on the right timeline, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all are human, no matter how much we think, let go of all this stuff or how much we have superpowers. As long as we have body, we are humans. Until we shift our 5D, we are still going through emotion up and down. That's okay, but we can still choose to focus on our joy, our passion, our excitement, and the gratitude as well, I guess. That's what I'm doing it daily to follow the instruction.
Yeah. And it's a great reminder.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
Yeah, and then they just told me, don't tell you're not doing a good job, because at least you're trying. That what matters.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it perfectly. Just try to do that. That's what they said now. So don't tell yourself like, oh, I'm not doing, like, I'm only doing this like today, and then tomorrow, like, I can't do it well. That's fine. There's always new day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. So
thank you, Erica.
You're welcome. So if you guys want a different content with Astar, come to my channel and check it out. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, and thank you, Erica, for this beautiful channel. Much love, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.